Hello, let us start our reflection today with the refrain from a song with the title Let the Fire Fall by George Misolia. Good day. I am Paul Corotan of Holy Trinity Community and ang Lingkod ng Panginoon in Davao, and welcome to Pastoral of Hope. Our gospel for today is from Luke 9:51 to 56, and I read, As the time approached for him to be taken up to heaven, Jesus resolutely set out for Jerusalem, and he sent messengers on ahead who went into a Samaritan village to get things ready for him. But the people there did not welcome him because he was heading for Jerusalem. When the disciples James and John saw this, they asked, Lord, do you want us to call fire down from heaven to destroy them? But Jesus turned and rebuked them. Then he and his disciples went to another village. This gospel today reminded me of the gathering I attended way back in college. And that was also the first time I heard the song, Let the Fire Fall, the one we heard earlier. That song was sort of my personal prayer in welcoming Jesus in my life. Come, Jesus, and let your fire fall. The word fire can signify and do a lot of things. Fire, for most of the times when we hear about it in the news, causes destruction, the loss of homes for many, and at worst, the loss of life. But fire can also be used for cooking and used for taking away the impurities of the gold and metal in the case for goldsmiths and weaponsmiths. It can also be used to provide comfort, especially in the cold regions or countries. Fire also, in a figurative sense, also purges and purges the life of people. And I personally experienced such when, after I had my public commitment as a covenanted member of Holy Trinity Community, all I thought everything would be in status quo, fine and steady. But the Lord has a different plan. Many challenges came in my first year in my covenant life, especially in my personal life and even in my service in the community. And these challenges purged away my mindset of everything will be steady and fine, and forged it to have a heart and mind that anticipates more of what may come and be proactive in my life as a Christian. In the Old Testament, we also heard fire when God talked to Moses through the burning bush and the pillar of fire whom God used to protect and guide the Israelites during their exile from Egypt and journey to the Promised Land. In our Gospel today, when the disciples James and John saw that the people of a Samaritan village does not welcome Jesus, they immediately asked him if they should call fire from heaven and destroy them. And I mentioned earlier that fire can be used for different purposes. And I would like to use the fire that James and John wanted to call as a fire that would actually bring change. First, a change that this is a fire that purifies. We want to call a fire that purifies our hearts, our thoughts, and intentions. If we are purified, that would also allow us to call the fire that also destroys. This is the fire that can destroy our old life. We want to destroy the things that binds us from our old life and ways. We want God to destroy the life that hinders us to move on to a new life with Christ. And lastly, living that new life with Christ, we also want to have that fire that would allow us to have that burning desire to share Christ's truth and word. Let us live a life that reflects Christ's love, works, and ways. Let us strive to be a burning vessel that provides warmth to those who need support and fire that shares our faith. And as we end this time of reflection, let us call on the fire that will guide us, the fire that will ignite our desire to know the Lord more and hear His voice clearly. May the fire of the Lord continues to protect us as we tread the path He wants us to take and destroy the things that hinders us to fully live a life together with the Lord, our God and Savior. If you had been blessed by this short reflection, please follow and share Pathways of Hope to your family and loved ones. Thank you and have a good day.